It was almost over before it started in this past Saturday's Messenger Stakes at Yonkers. Hi, I'm John Pavlak. Welcome back to our season finale of Eye on Harness Racing. Appropriately on a season finale, we'll begin by talking about the final leg of the pacing Triple Crown, the Messenger Stakes. Rock and Roll Heaven may be on his way to Horse of the Year honors, and this past Saturday's effort at Yonkers did nothing to get in his way. Driver Daniel Dubé exited post 4 in a 5-horse field and drove deliberately to the top. After reaching the lead at the quarter, Frank Bellino's son of Rock and Roll Hanover made all the tempo on the way to a matter-of-fact 151-4 victory, the fastest Messenger Stakes ever on a half-mile track.
Rock and Roll Heaven by a length and a half. Tobago K's coming after the favorite, but it is still Rock and Roll Heaven too good. Rock and Roll Heaven takes the Messenger, opening up at the end to win by nearly 5.
I think he's better chasing horses, but he's very comfortable on the front end as well. Sometimes it gets a little lazy up there. When they turn for home, I thought Cat had his horse snugged up pretty good, and you never know until you get to the finish line, you know, the unforeseen, the sickness, those kinds of things. But in the deep stretch, he started to draw away, and you know, it's just the way the race came together. A couple of those horses were in bad spots. You know, we're just fortunate enough to have a good enough horse to get the job done.
The owners of Androvet, a star on the New York Sires Stakes circuit, decided to put $30,000 into the pot and supplement their filly to the Lady Maud, the filly division of the Messenger. Good decision.
And there goes Androvet on the outside to take the lead. Naughty till the end second. Kanekami third. Discoverer coming from a long way back. It's Androvet to take the Lady Maud.
Yeah, I knew down the backside, you know, if I could get her on the last turn easily, then she was going to win, because she was just running over Jeff, and you know, I wanted to wait as long as I could, you know, and try to. And I knew Danny was the horse to beat because he had the most pace. I wanted to try to get a jump on him.
Give one and get one. Now through December 31st, subscribe to Hoofbeats and you'll receive 2 subscriptions for the price of 1. Perfect for holiday gift giving while still having one of your own to enjoy. We say Hoofbeats is reporting with horsepower, and with this offer, it's now twice the horsepower. Visit shop.ustrotting.com to both give and get.
Some of the sport's top 2-year-olds were at Woodbine this past weekend, and in the wake of 4 rich stakes, we were left thinking that we have found favorites for next summer's classic races. Big Jim, a son of Western Ideal owned by Jim Carr, became the fastest 2-year-old pacer in history when he won the $709,000 Governor's Cup, with driver Phil Huden doing the steering under the orders of trainer Friday Dean on the way to a 149-1 score.
Big Jim! And Big Jim is rolling on the outside for Phil Hudon, who takes over in deep stretch now. And it's Governor's Cup time for Big Jim, as Big Jim is stretching out his lead to a length and a half in deep stretch. And Big Jim scores in the Governor's Cup by 2.
It wasn't a world record mile, but it was a gritty fight to the finish mile for Blue Porsche in the $539,000 Valley Victory Final. Robert and Karen Burgess's son of Glidemaster won in 154-1, and Pastor Stephen made the winner do his best.
Pastor Stevens got clear sailing and open road on the outside from in third, but he's only trotting with Blue Porsche to the finish. Blue Porsche is still there 2 lengths in front. Pastor Stephen closing late. The Valley Victory Stakes final goes to the resume of Blue Porsche.
It's time to take a look once again at this week's speed list, provided by Trackmaster. Yonkers was the home to the sport's fastest trotters this past week. Summertime Yankee and TJ's Mr. Levesque were 1-2 on that side of the list, scoring 102 and 99 ratings respectively. Rock and Roll Heaven, as might be suspected, was tops on the pacing side by scoring a 108 for winning the fastest Messenger ever on a half-mile track. He finished 1 point better than Won the West, who turned in a 107 mile at Indiana Downs. Speed ratings accepted as official by the U.S. Trotting Association are available exclusively from Trackmaster and are a key factor in anyone's handicapping efforts.
At Trackmaster, it's all about winning. Powerful handicapping products built on official USTA data help you be the best horse player you can be. And free services such as StatsMaster and the Virtual Stable also put the odds in your favor. The winning starts at Trackmaster.com.
I have no idea how you translate death seat into Italian, but I do know that racing first over through every step of a 1 5/16 mile race means you won't win very many of them. At San Siro, Italy this past Sunday, Lou Guida's Lisa America, perhaps the best trotter in the world, sat in the death seat almost all the way in the Gran Premio della Nazione. The winner, Olga Debevitz, came on strongly in the stretch, and Lisa America finished second. But for her efforts, she gained enough points to be named the top horse on the European Grand Circuit in 2010. It was the first time that an American-owned horse has won the prestigious title and the $150,000 that goes with it. Congratulations to Lou Guida and to trainer Jerry Reardon. Only time will tell if the next Lisa America comes from the Standardbred Horse Sale, which opened earlier this week at Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. And it was quite a good opening. Prices on average were up 1.4%. Dream on Hanover, a full sister to the 2007 Horse of the Year Donato Hanover, brought the highest bid. Trainer Stefan Lind signed her sales slip for $260,000. Interestingly, Lind was an underbidder for Donato Hanover in his yearling season, so obviously he has high hopes for his sister. Our Ken Weingartner was at the sale and caught up with Adam Bowden, who purchased the second highest priced yearling at the opening session, Swan Hot Mama, another daughter of Donato Hanover, for $255,000. Bowden's Diamond Creek Farm is in the enviable position of having known the filly's family, but also of not having to count on racing success to get her purchase price back.
We own Swan and a Million and Swan for All and had good luck with them, and it was the first filly out of the mare, so we thought we'd take a chance. And if she doesn't even make it as a racehorse, she's worth that much as a brood mare.
So that's always an incentive for you with the breeding operation.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's the main goal, and if racing comes up, then great. If not, we have a decent brood mare. Well bred.
You like the family?
It's hard to go wrong. The mare's 5 for 5.
For Jason Bartlett, it'll be a do-over. The USTA has announced that it has invited Bartlett to represent the USA in the 2011 World Driving Championship. He was unhappy with his 6th place finish despite winning 3 of the 20 races in the 2009 championship in Norway. Now, when the championship is contested on Bartlett's home tracks, coupled with the experience he gathered in Norway, he might just be a winner. The USTA will sponsor a World Driving Championship Tour in 2011, on which fans can travel with Jason and the 9 other champion drivers from around the world to all the stops along the way. Watch the USTA website and Hoofbeats magazine for more details. This past week, a great voice for harness racing in Illinois, and in fact all of racing, was stilled when John Cisna died in a traffic accident. Since the days he discovered harness racing as a young man and paid his way in part through Oklahoma State University with the purse money he earned at the Illinois fairs as both a driver and trainer, Cisna was one of the sport's biggest boosters. He served more than 42 years as a director of the U.S. Trotting Association, each and every one of those years working hard to spread the word about our wonderful sport. It is a wonderful sport because people like John Cisna are in it. Our deepest sympathies go to his wife Gloria and his daughter and son Stephanie and Brian. We have come to the end of our 2010 run, but as we did last winter, we won't really be going away. We'll be sending you Eye on Harness Racing special reports from such venues as the Horse of the Year Banquet, the U.S. Trotting Association annual meeting in March, and whenever headlines dictate that we report to you. Year 2 has been fun. I would like to thank our sponsor, Trackmaster, for their support. In addition, thanks to our correspondents, Ken Weingartner, Heather Dodds, and T.J. Burkett, and most of all to my videographer and producer, Rich Johnston, who did his usual outstanding job. I would like to offer a big thanks. We have some surprises in store for you when we return next spring, but in the interim, I suggest you regularly visit ustrotting.com and then click on a video to keep up with all that's happening in our sport. I'm John Pavlak. Thanks very much for watching. See you soon on Eye on Harness Racing.